Hey, friends! Barkey J. Dog here, back with another movie review. Robots, they're a thing. And this time I have a spy movie for you, featuring spies and robot assassins. That's right, we're talking about Attack of the Robots from 1966. Our story goes like this. High-ranking diplomats are being killed off by strange random killers. Turns out these assassins are robots. These robots are also referred to as automats, but they don't give you lunch. But these robots are not robotic. No, they're more like zombies, people with little or no free will, and these glasses control them. See, the bad guys put a prospective robot into this machine which zaps their brain. Why they have to put their whole body in the machine is not made clear. After that, they get fitted for a pair of Buddy Holly control spectacles. One side effect that's never explained is that this brain zapping process makes their skin turn dark. When they die, it turns back to normal. Now, this movie is in black and white, so maybe the skin color isn't brown. Maybe they turn blue or green or something, but they do look like they wear some burnt cork there, don't they? Different culture, different era. It was made 60 years ago, but I've no doubt the Twitter kids will jump to their usual and wrong and judgy conclusions and try to make something out of it. But, as we all know, hindsight is 2020. So anyway, the robots assassinate diplomats and ambassadors. So the Secret Service recruits our hero to save the day. See, they need him for 3 reasons. First, he's an awesome super spy, apparently. And second, all of the kidnapped people turned robot assassins have a special rare blood type called Rhesus 0, which our hero shares. Third, from their perspective, he's totally expendable. They tell him he needs to solve this crime and smash the baddies' operation, but really, they just want to use him so they can find out what's going on and maybe acquire this new robot technology. The Chinese are also after the robot process, no doubt for more sinister purposes, and they try to recruit our hero as he investigates. There's a mysterious woman running the project, and a cute chick who may or may not work for the bad guys. Our hero has to figure that out too, on account of she's cute. Will our hero get with this cute chick? Will he be able to stop the robot assassins? Or will he just wind up looking like an ass? So, if you haven't guessed already, this is basically a parody of the James Bond franchise. It's not as far out there as, say, Austin Powers, but more along the lines of the Derek Flint or Matt Helm films. Kinda silly, tongue-in-cheek, but just serious enough to keep things on an even keel. You have our hero shown winning at a casino. He's known for boozing and making time with the ladies and being a super cool super spy. The baddies are not a government, but a super criminal organization much like Spectre. There are secondary characters either acting as henchmen for the baddies or as a guardian angel sort of shadowing our hero. There's a femme fatale, there's plenty of fights, car chases, some spy gadgets, a cute chick. Well, you get the picture. In our cast, we have Eddie Constantine as our hero, Al Pereira. Constantine was immortalized as the star of the science fiction classic Alphaville. Now, he's looking pretty rough there, isn't he? Hardly a suave seducer of sexy chicks, is he? But he probably looks a lot more like James Bond would have done in the books than in the films. It was only in the films that Bond was the suave, debonair guy. Fernando Rey is one of the baddies. He was in The French Connection and The Discreet Charm of the Bourgeoisie, among many other things. And the legendary Jess Franco directed this movie. That's right. The guy who made all those cheesy monster pictures like The Erotic Rites of Frankenstein and Dr. Orloff. The robots, created with this amazing super science process, are programmed using punch cards. Well, hey, it was cutting edge in 1966. The victims turned robot need to have that special blood type, Rhesus 02. Why? Don't know, but the process won't work otherwise. I like that. I thought having a limitation like that was kind of clever. The glasses can also be used on non-processed people, such as our hero, and those people can be controlled, but may not or may be able to resist, hence the brain zapping. It's not clear if these victims can be cured. They never mention that. Also, when someone gets in a fight with these robots, no one thinks to just knock their glasses off, which renders them relatively helpless. And these robots just sort of sit around all day until they're activated to go on a mission. Do they need to eat? And what if they have to go to the bathroom? They have no free will. Ugh. Do they need a program to tell them how and when to go potty? Don't know. Well, this thing was kind of fun. There is an English language track on this DVD, but I watched the one with subtitles. The black and white photography is really nice, which is a sign of good cinematography, because the footage was all shot in color. The color version wasn't seen outside of Spain, and the export was in black and white. Looks good though. And the movie has a jazzy score. You'll spot Franco himself cameoing as this piano player. The movie is just serious enough so the baddies are a threat, but just silly enough to carry things along and have a lot of fun. Other films with the character of Al Pereira, played by others, followed. Only he was more of a private detective in those and not a super spy. And Franco himself played the character in at least one outing in 1975. The law of diminishing returns is in full effect with these. I enjoyed this one though, and if you're a fan of the Superspy Era, I think you will too. It's just unusual enough to be a fun entry in the Bond wannabe super spy genre. So I'm giving Attack of the Robots 2.5 paws up. You take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one.